So in this video we're going to look at how to make spider stitch, which for years I just called it a single crochet V-stitch because that's basically what it is. It's made with a multiple of 3 plus 2 stitches on your foundation row. I've just worked 14 foundation single crochets in US terms. So I'm going to start my row by chaining 2. And I'm going to skip the first stitch and the second stitch, and then in the third stitch I'm going to work 1 single crochet, chain 1 and 1 single crochet. That's my first spider. Then I'm going to skip 2 and do the same again. So it's 1 single crochet, chain 1 and another single crochet, all in that same stitch. This is why I don't like to work it in chains, because if you do it directly in the chain you get quite a big hole there, whereas if you've got a row of single crochet before, it just helps sort of buffer it. So I'm going to skip another 2 stitches and then work 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. I do advise when you start doing this keeping your chains quite loose, because we're going to work into them on the next row and it helps to see them if they're a bit looser. So skip 2, 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. If all's well, we've got 2 stitches left. So we're going to skip at the end of the row, skip 1, and then in that last stitch we're just going to make 1 single crochet. So that's our first row done. Doesn't look like much at the moment. So we're going to chain 2 and turn, or turn and chain 2. This chain doesn't count as a stitch in terms of where you start your row, but I tend to include it in the stitch count. It's kind of equivalent to a single crochet, but it's a bit taller because we're going to kind of go over. So you can see from my last row, that's my chain 2, that's my last single crochet, and here we've got single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So I'm going to work into that chain 1 space. When you're, I'll just bring this a bit closer, when you're working, it's quite easy to miss the chain 1 space, but you can see you've got the little 2 posts of the single crochet there and then 2 posts of the other one there. So you're going to put your hook in between those. Yarn over, oh, pull up a loop. So I'm going to work my first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into that chain 1 space. So you're just stacking the stitches on top. So again, the next one, I worked that single crochet a little bit loose, so I'm going to pop it, first single crochet, chain 1 and another single crochet. That's my second. You can see that it kind of leans, so these are my 2 vertical sort of strands of the single crochet. That's my chain 1 and that's my first single crochet. It's very easy to go through there or there, so once you get into the zone you kind of get with it, but you just work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in each of your chain 1 spaces. You miss the single crochets in between and just work that all the way across to the last chain 1 space. So that's there. So I've got four spider stitches on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're counting them, you can sort of see because you've got the little bumps. Then I've worked in my last chain 1 space. Then to end the row, I'm going to skip that single crochet. I'm just going to work into the top of my chain 2 and I'm going to work a single crochet to finish the row. So all you do for the pattern repeat is just keep working. So you chain 2, start on my third row, into the chain 1 space, 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, and then you just repeat that across. The end of the row, and then you just work 1 single crochet in the top of that chain 2. That just helps your edges stay straight. So I'm just going to work a few more and I'll show you what the swatch looks like. So that's just a very simple swatch. You can see the spiders stacking on top of each other.